Bang. We should be live now on YouTube as well. All right, everybody. When you say tap in, do you mean close below or inside of the IFVG? So if we're looking for longs, we need it to close inside of or just literally wick into it. I'm looking for it to just pull down, wick into it, and then as it starts going back up higher, I'm gonna scale down right here, lower time frame, and then look for market structure shift. So that's what we're gonna look for here. And the reason why I'm looking for this is because it always comes back and taps into these gaps. Whether it happens inside of this candle or the next one, it's gonna tap back into this gap. It's like a magnet. It always does. And DXY is melting, obviously, so it's gonna be very bullish. We got our legacy account locked and loaded. Let's go, boys. Do you think gold will retest 4,300, 4,250 area? Yes, 100%, dude. 100% it will retest that area, 42, 4,300. And here's why. One of the reasons why I know it's going to go down there is because of this right here. This is a no wick candle. The second reason is because there's a weekly gap. You see this weekly fair value gap that is right here? It barely missed it right here, and then pulled all the way back up. So if you pair that with this no wick, it's 100%. Whether it happens this week during a news event, like NFP potentially. NFP might literally rip down, tap in, and then fly back up. I'm looking for that to happen. Whether it happens this week or next week, it's 100% going to retest this 4267 area. When is NFP? So if you guys want to know when the red folder news events are at, I'm asking Luca to work on our own Forex Factory, like our own calendar of economic events where you can also journal. We are in the process of making one of those, but for now, use forexfactory.com. It's the OG. I've always used this, and you can check right here. NFP is non-farm employment change right here. It's happening Friday, January 9. Today's Monday, January 5. So at the end of this week. Scale back down to 30-minute time frame and wait for it to pull back for us. In the meantime, let me answer your guys' questions if you guys have any questions regarding any of the concepts. Mark, how's your new year? My new year was awesome. I spent it with my fiance and her family. We had a nice steak dinner. What's going on, everybody? Happy New Year. Question, is there a symbol for US 30? Yes, if you're looking for US 30 on, let's search this up. US 30 on futures. It should be YM, MYM, micro YM or YM. So search up right here, YM. Here you go, E-mini Dow Jones. That's what it is. And then if you're looking at it on forex.com charts, US 30 is just what you're going to use. Forex.com right here. Always use the forex.com charts. Those are the official ones. If you're trading gaps, then you want to use the forex.com charts. Let me see. Legacy funding is available in over 150 countries, though there are certain countries where we are unable to provide our services. See the list of restricted countries below. Venezuela. Are you from Venezuela, Miles? So GC is good, very good for Asia session. You just have to trade it at the right time. Like, take a look at this volatility that we're getting. We pretty much just tapped into the 1 hour gap and now we're flying up. SL for gold usually set at, it depends on the lower time frame. I'm gonna go shut my door real quick. Six o'clock expansion. New 1 minute IFVG or FVG, you mean? Gold took off buying. Do you think it will pull back so we can find entry? I do think it will pull back to find entry for us. Like I said, we barely missed into this IFVG, and that's always going to be a magnet for a price to come back and pull into. So it might happen in the next 30-minute candle. I'm here with you guys until then. Let's scale out and see anything else that we might have on the higher time frames. We have the rest of this daily gap to fill. daily FVG high. Boom. Actually, I'm gonna use this tool instead. Scale down lower time frame. I love to see this. This is accumulation, manipulation, and then we're gonna get distribution. So you can see here that we got the accumulation already, which is just pretty much sideways movement. It's consolidating inside of this boxed area. And then we got manipulation, which is when it takes out the lows and then we take out the highs. And then we get distribution. So distribution is just aligning with the overall narrative. The overall narrative, because of DXY right now, is gonna be bullish. That's why it's already been flying. It's going to continue flying. And so if the narrative is bullish, you're looking for a continuation higher. So if it manipulates on sell side and then buy side, you wait for it to pull back and then you continue targeting the buy side. So we're just waiting for the next 30-minute candle or the next 15-minute candle to pull back down into this gap right here. And for a visual AMD visual representation of this, it's going to be accumulation, manipulation, distribution. I might even have some PDFs that I can show you guys, but here you go. Accumulation, manipulation takes out the lows and then goes on the highs. And let me show you a clear example. So these are all just examples where it sweeps to one side of liquidity and then runs, but most of the time it's not just like this. You also have both sides. Like if there's two sides of liquidity, like here we have highs and then lows, typically it will manipulate on both the sides of liquidity. Like here we took out highs, then we took out the lows. So I'm expecting that to happen right here where we take out the highs again, pull back down, and then run up higher. What about the take profit? Usually you go for a 1-on-1 or more. I definitely go to more than a 1-on-1. Even on stream, I always look for a very big trade. Is there a coupon code for account activation? You can try code MARK. I'm not sure, to be honest. I think right now there's only a coupon code for the account discounts. There's 25%. Did you get in yet? Just got on. No, we are not in yet. We are waiting for it to pull back down into this gap right here. Let's go, guys. Did you guys take any trades in New York session this morning? We had such a huge expansion. One of the pairs that I was mainly focusing on this morning was Euro USD. But I didn't wake up early enough to catch this move. Take a look at this right here. It's the same kind of setup that I'm looking for right now, where we have this 30-minute gap and I'm looking for it to tap back into it. Right here, you can see we have a bearish gap. We closed above it, the next candle came back, tapped into it, and then we started running up higher. So I'm looking for this to happen right here. I'm looking for this next candle to come back down into it and then continue higher. Let's go. Let me know if you guys took any trades. 5-minute, bang. We might take out this high and then reverse from there. That's what we just did. We took out the high. So let's see if we get a little bit of a reversal. By the way, guys, if you're just tuning in, you can chat where I will actually look at it in the general chat. So you just scroll up a little bit in Discord. It says community and then it says general. How do I find this live on YouTube? It's my YouTube page. Let me check which one I'm streaming on right now. I have two YouTube channels. The one that's like a raw content, which should be this one, Full Send Traders. That's the same username as my Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, Full Send Traders. So search that up, Full Send Traders. I should be live right now. There you go. This would be the live session. And then I have another YouTube channel where it's more dedicated, because this one like was all over the place. I also made videos together with Chris here, so you're gonna see like both of our videos on this YouTube channel. And if you want to see Trades by Marky is my other YouTube channel that's purely focused on the concepts and strategy. So if you guys want to learn all of these concepts that I trade, then I do make videos on them. Like here we have finding the daily narrative. Here's no wick candles. Then we have IFVGs. I do explain everything that I trade, and you guys can see it just from joining the live streams. I do show you guys exactly what I use to get into trades and my reasoning. 1400 this morning. Nice, brother. Let's go. 100K combine. How much do you need to pass that one? It was 3K for the 50. I've only ever purchased the 50Ks. 6K. Nice. Let's go, brother. I thought you were from Venezuela. And you go live in YouTube for trading? No, I go live every single day right here in this Discord, either at 5 p.m., 5:30, or 6, and I'll announce it hours beforehand. So I'll let you guys know exactly what time I do go live at. It's typically going to be around this time, and it's going to be inside of this Discord server. Why do you only buy 50K accounts? Essentially, you're paying the same amount for what you're going to get when you get funded. So when I buy accounts, my goal is to pass them. I pass funded accounts very quickly. Like whether I blow them in a few days or I pass them, I'm gonna do either one of those in a few days, because for me it's not worth spending too much time on a funded account, or I mean a eval, because you're not actually getting paid. So I typically will go in pretty aggressively, and it's either I blow it or I pass it. And eventually when you pass it, you reset from 0 and then you build your own buffer. Right? So if you're buying a 100K account, your buffer is only going to be like a few $100s bigger. But once you pass that buffer, you have an unlimited amount of like drawdown. So it's not worth paying for a bigger account when your buffer is not going to be that much bigger. But that's because I'm experienced. I know that even with 2K, I can properly risk enough to pass. But a lot of beginners struggle doing that. I'm just saying, once you're funded, it starts from 0, you build your own buffer. I should have got a 50K. It doesn't really matter though at the end of the day if you get funded. I mean, you're funded. You have a little bit more drawdown. You can place a little bit more risk. What prop firm you recommend? I recommend legacy funded futures. Yeah, there you go. Bro emoted on you. It's better to pass quick than copy trade. You honestly don't even have to copy trade, but I'm just saying on an eval, if you spend a month or 2, you're just doing it wrong. If you genuinely don't understand yet how to trade, do not buy a prop firm account. Go learn a little bit more for another month or 2, and then come back when you actually know some stuff and you're confident. So I got a question. With the 100K account, at the profit target is 6K, but 2,500 is the cap for profit if I was to request a payout. With the Rise account, let me double check. These are all questions that are on the Legacy Funded website. I don't want to say anything incorrectly, so I'm just going to check exactly what it is. So let's go. Trading rules, no, it's going to be payout information, maximum withdrawals. So guide to your first payout, quick and easy process, maximum withdrawal request right there. First payout is capped at 2,500 for a Rise account. So if you're getting a Rise account, that's the maximum that you can withdraw on your first attempt, which doesn't mean that you lose the profit in your account. That just means the maximum that you can withdraw at one moment. You just have to wait until the next payout cycle, and then you can withdraw again. But yes, first payout is capped at 2,500, then it increases, and then third payout plus you can withdraw up to $12,000, which is pretty good. You just have to scale. Know or do what I did. Paper trade a week, ran up 7K by luck, spent 400 on eval, so I'll be paid no matter what because I won't blow them all. I don't understand what you mean by that. Ran up 7K by luck and spent 400 on evals. I don't understand what you mean by that. Don't know if you can say it, but if I may ask, what was your max payout on 25K account if you have any? Thank you, Jesus Speed. I don't have any 25K accounts. Even when I started, I only went with, like, when I used to trade with the Forex prop firms, I only traded with a 100K account. So I pretty much just got used to trading with 100Ks. The maximum payout that I did get, though, which is going to shock you guys, on a prop firm, the maximum payout that I've ever gotten was like $4,000. And the reason why is because as soon as I get above 1%, I just stop trading on that account and I wait for my payout day. It's how I've stayed profitable. It's how I avoided blowing majority of my accounts. And I mainly trade a live account now, so I've gotten much bigger payouts. The biggest payout I've ever gotten was like $16,000, and that was on a bigger live account. So I was risking a lot more, and I held the trade for like a few days. I mainly do swing trading on my live account. You think it's going to retrace down further? I just think it's going to tap back into this IFEG, and I'm being patient. I'm waiting for that to happen. All about consistency. It is. Like, it doesn't matter if you get like a $8,000 or $10,000 payout if you blow the account the next week. I'd rather take $2,000 and keep the account for like a half a year. Eventually, you're going to blow the account. There's going to be times where the market's just difficult or you get hit by a bad trade. And what brokerage do you recommend for my first futures account? I trade with Forex broker for a live account just because there's more freedom and leverage. It should be on my profile. If you click my profile and you click view fuel bio, I have it right there. Why other trader told us we need 1 month to pass any challenge? Because there's a lot of people that have different approaches. What I'm telling you is what I personally have done. Hi, I'm a new member, so you don't trade breakout like Mamba. No, I don't trade breakouts like Mamba. I typically trade fair value gaps. It's ICT concepts. I learned from this guy on YouTube, ICT. The Inner Circle Trader. I just watched his videos. He teaches these concepts, and they're very long videos, and he's an old guy. It's very boring to watch his videos, but that's where I learned from. He's the best, 100%. Do you know what your win rate was in December? I can send you a screenshot of my P&L calendar. Discord. Oh yeah, let me see it. It doesn't say my win rate on there though. Because I have both my live account and prop firm profits going into this calendar. Hold on, let me find it. And I typically don't track my win rate. I don't like looking at a metric like that. What I prefer doing, I think this is the last time I screenshotted this. Let me just check it one more time. P&L calendar. Oh, dang. That is not the right photo. I guess it didn't go through. Hold on. There you go. You know what I always tell people is that you don't have to take track of your win rate. All you have to do is to pay attention to whether you're getting payouts, whether you're getting your accounts funded, and whether there's money going in your pocket at the end of every single week. That's the most important thing. You can take losses, especially like me. I typically look for big trades. I look for swing trades. So I'm gonna always be bound to taking a few losses before the move actually happens. Sometimes it happens in London session and I'm trading Asia. So I take a few attempts, I take 3 losses, right? And then I catch that 1 win, and that 1 win is a massive win. It's gonna make me that profit, it's gonna get me the payout. I forgot to pay for my parking. Oh. Hopefully I don't have a ticket. I've already been here for like 30 minutes. One second. It's paid for now. I always have bad luck with tickets, guys. I've paid over like $1,000 in tickets just because they're ops around here. They drive around all day. They get paid to go around and ticket your car. What you guys think about the drip, though? I made it myself. Marcus be bipolar. What's the average time you hold trades for? One time I looked at like one of the funded accounts and it was like 20 hours average. I'd say like maximum though is like 1 day. Like I typically try to hold it just for 1 day. Like if I'm starting from Asia session, I close it by New York session, like end of day. And then if the trade's really good and like say it hits a monthly level or something massive, then I'll hold it for like a few days. But you can only do that on either a live account or a Forex prop firm. You always have to close end of day on a futures. So be sure that you guys don't accidentally hold a trade over the market close. Can't count how many tickets you've gotten on live. Let's do it. Citations, that's what it is. I literally have one that I'm supposed to pay right now. Alright, I'm gonna hide my screen real quick just so I don't give away any information. Okay, how do I turn that off? There you go. FYI, each one of these is like $85 to $75. It depends on like where you get a ticket. Like right now I have one to pay, but here's 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 times 85, and then some of them were like 75, but still like almost $1,000 of tickets. That's such a scam, dude. Like they literally drive around every single day. I've tried to appeal. I tried to appeal them. Like I write some excuse and they never allow me to actually appeal it. They'll always ticket me either way. Like who's driving around like the day before, like 2 days before Christmas, ticketing you? Actually, like buns, bro. Actually buns. I feel like for swing trading, your entry has to be super sharp and exact. No, you just have to lower your risk and widen your stop loss. Hey, one more time, where can I find the future brokerage in your page? You just click on my Discord account, Marky, F-E-G, and it's right. You view full bio, it's right there, or you can find it on my Instagram page. And it's not a futures broker, it's a Forex broker. Do you recommend to scalp for beginners or swing? How you do? I recommend swing trading because you use the higher time frames. When you're using lower time frames, a lot of people, they miss the point. Like they don't understand that when you're using the lower time frame, that the higher time frame actually moves the market. Lower time frame, you'll have a bunch of distractions. Like right here, it might close below this gap, and then you're like, oh, it's bearish, I'm gonna sell, and then it goes back up, and you're wondering why. And the reason why is because the higher time frame has a different objective. We just took out this high. Let's see if we pull back here. New 30-minute candle as well. Like I said, it might have happened in the next 30-minute candle. Biggest scam is parking, seriously. You and me both. I had like 1,200 in parking tickets. That's how you know you're balling, when you don't care about tickets. I care about tickets, bro. What are you talking about? I care about tickets. Oh, and I had to pay a speeding ticket. This month, it was like $360. I hired a lawyer for it. And the lawyer's like, the cop said you were going 100 and he caught you, he wrote down 90. And then he said like, oh, he was being nice. And like, I was thinking like he could have fought that and said that the cop literally wrote incorrect information on the ticket. But bad lawyer. And I don't speed anymore, guys. This was literally like 5 months ago or whatever, but I didn't have to pay the ticket, you know. I learned my lesson because it's just not worth it. You don't really get there faster. You're risking your life. You're risking the life of other people on the road. And I don't know, I was just being a little fool. Sup, Mark? What up, Troy? Can you share your thoughts on Euro? Dude, I love Euro USD. I trade Euro USD. If you guys have seen, Nick's FX goes live every single day here in the Discord for London session, but he goes live like a little bit later. Me and him, every single day, we trade our live accounts during London session in like a small little group, and we trade Euro USD. Euro USD is absolutely super clean. Whatever the dollar is doing, you just do the complete opposite on Euro USD. So let's take a look at Euro USD, forex.com. You can see the dollar has been pulling down from a 3-month, this is a rocket ship, because it was going to fly up to the moon. The dollar has been pulling down from a 3-month level. Euro USD is going up from a 3-month level. You scale down to the weekly time frame, you'll see, oh, would you look at that? We have a weekly fair value gap right here. See this? Weekly bullish fair value gap. We filled that up yesterday and we're pulling up higher. I'm waiting for potentially a news event to run down and do an immediate rebalance, which is one of the concepts that I like to trade. If it fills this, the rest of this right here, I'm going to take a long from there. Otherwise, guys, it's going to keep going up because the dollar is continuously going down. Now let's go back to gold because it is melting right now. Whew. We might get that reversal we were looking for. How do I join the Euro USD? I'm using a small live account. Just send me a message, brother. I got in on the sale. Let's go. I've been doing 1 minute. I mean, I'm not saying that you can't do 1 minute. I'm just saying for beginners, if you're not experienced, then you're going to take a lot more losses on the 1 minute time frame. I feel like widening a stop loss on a swing trade is crazy. The stop loss is going to be hella. Yeah, but that's why you also lower your lot size. Like, let's take a look on a paper trade, bro, what I'm talking about. Look, if I drop like 500 on a position, like, look, I have a fourth, I want to put my stop loss right here and go in for a swing trade, right? I'm risking $11,000. Like, that's completely unreasonable. You don't want to be risking so much because you're swing trading. So all that you do is instead of going in with 500, you drop that down to 100. Now the same trade is only risking 2,500. Boom. You understand? You're still gonna make a good amount of money, but now you're just not risking an unreasonable amount. So you just drop your risk. Okay, cool. Will you drop a message on Telegram? Awesome. Awesome, awesome. I'll take a look at that later. Guys, it's just a game of patience. We just wait now. We wait. I'm going to go change into some gym clothes because that's where I'm going right after this. Hit a workout. I'm going to get shredded again for this year. Gotta look good. And feel good too. It's part of the discipline when I put myself through like some pain, you know, something that I'm not usually doing. I always took care of my body, but like ever since I've been going hard on like social media, going hard on trading, I haven't spent enough time because I was like, better to make money right now and I could work out later in my life, you know. But when I was working out and doing everything else at the same time, I just felt so much better. I was much more productive with my time. And so I feel like starting that has been a great thing for me. I think this ticket would pop up though if I got one today. So I don't think I got one in the last 30 minutes that I've been here. Alright, be right back, guys. Be right back. Brother said, what if price don't get to the FVG? What do? You don't trade. Why would we take a trade like so far up into the premium? You just be patient. You wait for it to actually tap the zone, or you don't trade. I got hoodie hair on. We're getting a beautiful pullback into this zone. Let's go. Up 200 on the sale. Let's go, bro. Bro is on the sale. I wish I can fast forward the ticks, literally. Just go into replay mode. It just seems painful putting $100 margin and potentially losing 2K from it, but it's all part of the game. What do you mean? What do you mean by that, Frankster? But not on the 30 yet? Wait, what do you mean potentially losing 2K from $100? Possible on what? What if you're already in buys? Well, you just take a lesson. You let it hit your stop loss and you take a lesson for next time. How do you deal with losing on trades? You don't deal with them, you accept them. You accept the losses as part of the game. Yo! Bro's cooking on a match. Is that Match Trader? Or is that Trade Locker? Mark, you ever take a trade on the wick? Barely reaches the wick of TP. Yeah, I have, and it like perfectly reverses after. It feels the best. Gold funded, bro. Bro, send me a message. I'll put you on a better one. I'll put you on a better accounts. Then get stopped out. Recovery. Last loss by selling. Nice, dude. Top tier broker, literally. TX3? No, that's not TX3. Top tier broker is Gates FX, bro. Sometimes they talk. Y'all know y'all can just take the play because they usually know here it's going. Same with Luka today. He wanted a retest like twice. I jumped in on the first test, hit 300. They be so good, they doubt themselves. I'm not doubting myself. I wasn't looking for a sell. You know, if the dollar is running down like I'm expecting it to go down, I'm not going to be looking for a sell even if I think it's going to go down. I was waiting exactly for the setup so that I can go long. Do you send friend requests on here? Some people keep trying to add me with the same username. No, a lot of people are scamming on Discord. You have to know exactly what my username is. My username is Marky3476. They will add a dot or something. Like they will barely change it with a dot or an underscore or something. They'll change this and then they'll go and scam people. I only will respond to people on Telegram. People can't fake my username on Telegram. So message me on Telegram or my official trading page, which is Full Send Traders right here. You guys can go send me a message on here if you guys have any questions or you want any of the links. I have 2 to 3 fake Mark account requests. Yeah, literally, bro. Marky, I sent you 10K. What you talking about? You did not send me nothing, all right? It's actually me making fake accounts to go scam people and say that it's not me. Closed it out. I'm doing a trading challenge to get a free funded account. Oh. Bro, just join one of my giveaways. Okay, we tapped into... Oh, no, we didn't. We barely missed it. We barely missed the FVG. It's going to keep going down, guys. Patience is key. How? Today we take a scalping or swing trade. I want a swing trade. I want to hold it as long as possible. Crypto is hard to trade, so please protect your capital. How do I join giveaway? Be in my Telegram group. Boom. Bro, what's your Insta? It's right above. I just sent it. Everything is on my Instagram. It's in the bio. I gotta fix my mini chats automation. Okay, guys, be patient. We're gonna get this. We're gonna get this tap. I'm looking for this tap. We saw 15 minutes. Patience is key, no cap. To wait for a reason. He been in the game longer than most of us. Mark, I need 600 point run. It's New Year, lol. Seriously, Sam. We gotta scale these live accounts up to 1 million. Serato, you're totally right. Patience comes with like time. You learn this because like I've been trading and I would hop in earlier because I think, oh, like it already tapped into this gap and it's gonna keep running, and I kept taking losses doing that stuff, and it taught me a lesson. I joined the first live you did, I think Friday, and you killed it. I appreciate that, brother. Trying to kill it every single day. Those who are not patient, y'all spent 8 hours at a job and made 80 bucks. Literally. And they can't spend 3 hours waiting for a single trade that's gonna make them 80 bucks in 2 minutes. You can wait. You can wait the time, and then once you're in the trade, come on, we just need a little tap. NAS 100 longs. Yeah, especially if you're trading a live account. New to FEG. Can you show how you added the 30-minute FEG, please, Mark? Sure, let me teach you. Okay, so an FEG is a gap between 3 candles. So here we have our first candle, here we have our second candle, and here we have our third candle. So every single candle has a wick, right? We don't care about what's in the middle candle. We don't care about the wick on the middle candle. All we care about is the wicks on the candle on the left and the candle on the very right. Okay, so let me mark out these wicks right here. Here we have wicks. As long as the wick on the bottom candle and the top candle do not overlap, which means they come across each other like this. You see how it's overlapping? As long as they don't overlap like this, slight little gap, then it's gonna form a fair value gap. See that? Because the wicks don't overlap. If the wick was a little bit lower, then the fair value gap's gonna be a little bit bigger. If it was even lower, it's gonna be even bigger. If the top candle wick was a little bit longer, then it's gonna be right here. That's a fair value gap. So you can see right here, I have one marked out on the 5-minute time frame. Here, 1, 2, 3 candles. You can notice that the wicks don't overlap. There's a huge 5-minute fair value gap right there. We have another 5-minute fair value gap right here. 1, 2, 3 candles. The wicks don't overlap. Here's a fair value gap. There's no fair value gap here, 1, 2, 3, because the wick of the bottom one and the top one, they completely overlap. Right here, 1, 2, 3. There's another fair value gap right here because the wicks do not overlap. Let's go back to the chart. Wait for that 30-minute IFEG to get hit. This one I marked out on the way down. So we 1, 2, 3, marked it out. Then the market came up, closed above it, and now I'm looking for it to tap back into it. Whew, yep, 5K recommended. Is a 25K funded account worth it, Mark? It just depends, dude. It depends on where you're buying an account from. If you're buying from legacy funded futures, get it 50K. It's gonna be like 200 bucks. For beginners, anything under 10 is better. Yeah, if you're still learning, that's fine. How do you know which time frame to use FVG on? You use the higher time frame ones. The higher time frame, the more significant it is. And then you use the lower time frame ones for confirmation. What's the longest you have stayed in an XAU USD trade? Honestly, I don't know. Probably like 2 or 3 days. What balance do you need? What balance do you need, in your opinion, to swing trade gold? You don't really need a big balance. You just need to properly risk manage. 50K instant for 200? No. You can get a 50K eval from Legacy Fund of Futures. Can get a 100K for $20 on Tradeify, fastest account I've blown so far. Yeah, because like they give you those cheap accounts, but the rules are terrible. Legacy's goated. Yes, sir. I love the platform. So we didn't tap into anything and we're going back up, which is a little bit unfortunate. I just passed funded account, hoping to get my first payout soon. Let's go, brother. Congrats on the funded account. The FEG are identified only on 4 hour? No, I use them on every single time frame. Going back down, maybe. Let's see. Yeah, it looks like it. Looks like it's respecting this bearish gap right here, this 5-minute one. Notice how it didn't close above it. It stayed inside of it, and now we're running down from it. So let's see. Hopefully we break down, take out these lows, and then we start pulling up with the real move. Why did it need to hit the area you marked? It didn't need to hit the area I marked, but this is the highest time frame gap that they have here. Take a look. There's no gaps right here because it was consolidating. So the highest time frame gap that exists right now is this 30-minute gap right here. It's like a magnet. It's the highest time frame, so it's going to gravitate towards the highest time frame gap before running higher. It's just an inefficiency. And it's about to be 7 o'clock, so we're gonna get a new 4-hour candle. There's gonna be a lot of volatility. 7 minutes, we're gonna get a new 4-hour candle. Whew. There you go, we're running down. Could you explain FVG and IFVG real quick, bro? FVG is just a regular gap, as I explained, right? IFVG is whenever it disrespects it. So right now, this right here is an FVG. I just sent you a message, by the way. That was not. Okay, so previous low right here, what was I talking about? IFEGs. So this is a regular FEG, it just forms between the gap. A IFEG is when it disrespects one of these, which means it pulls a little bit higher, closes above, and then uses it to go higher. It pretty much flips from bearish to bullish. Right here, this is a regular FEG. It would be an IFEG if it closed below it, and then you could use it to sell from it. So that's what we're doing right here. We're waiting for it to come back down. It already closed above it, so now this bearish one is bullish. That's what an IFEG is. This one right here, this bullish one to the left, that's an IFEG. So see right here, we have a IFEG. We created a bullish gap. We used it to go higher, and then we came closed below it, and now we're using it to go back down. There's two gaps right there, so it's a pretty strong zone. You think I can pass my 100K rise in 30 days? You can pass it in 5 days, bro. Who's in here today? Let me see your guys' faces. We got the King, Big D, 6969. Okay. Belito. Alrighty. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Let's catch this banger. We're finally breaking down. We just got a new 5-minute candle. Finally breaking back down. Patience. Yeah, because it's taking so long. We're about to get the new 4-hour candle though. Inside of that next hour, it's 100% gonna sweep out these lows. It's gonna at least create the bearish wick on the 4-hour candle, and then we're gonna fly. Market's really testing our patience today. Okay, 1 more minute until the 4-hour candle. Hopefully it actually runs this time, guys. Golly. I'm curious, when do you think it'll retest happen? Probably when a news event hits Forex Factory. What happens if it taps the FEGs? What does it mean? It means it's gonna, if it respects it and starts pulling back up, then it's gonna fly. Is 5 MGC contracts enough to pass it in 5 days? Just check how much maximum you can make in a single day, and depending on the trade, risk as much as you need. Let's read the Bible. Good idea. Good idea, bro. Hey Mark, how's the wedding planning going, brother? I sent out all my invitations today, bro. Thank you for asking. Holy, I mailed them to all the family. Let me show you guys some photos. I wrote down pretty much all the addresses, and wedding invitations look so beautiful. My fiance cooked on them. Let me show you guys. They're like pink envelopes, and then they have this wax seal, and then our initials with like a stamp on the envelopes. And we put churn address. Super pretty. It's been fun. It's been fun, but difficult as well. We've had a lot of back and forths, but it is part of the game. It's part of the grind, being in a relationship, and I'm loving it. Okay, we got a new 4-hour candle. If this candle does not go down and tap into this IFG, I'm gonna start losing it. I'm gonna start losing it. Give me that IFG, bro. When it's all said and done, that's what you'll remember it by 100%. Make sure you hire a good videographer and photographer. It's worth it. We have a good photographer. Videographer though, I don't think we're gonna buy a videographer. These people be scamming hella, but we're still gonna record it. We're getting these 2 Cameo cameras, and we're gonna give it to both like my groomsmen and then to her bridesmaids, and then they're gonna record from like inside. But that's it. I think photos are important, but videos, you'll watch it maybe once or twice, you know, in your life, and I don't think it's as important. How do you balance between your love life and trading, bro? I literally trade 1 hour during Asia session, or 2 max. Or when we're hanging out, I'll check the markets and hop on. And then I trade in the morning with VIP. So I trade for maximum 2 hours, 2 or 3 sessions a day. I have a lot of time in between that. Like today, I was hanging out with her from like 12 to 5. And then I pulled up for this stream. Fancy. We didn't get invited. Nah, bro. It's bro, it's way too expensive. We couldn't, like, honestly, it was already like the venue has a limit of 200 people, and we already have 180 people just from family. Do you have an LLC for trading? Honestly, bro, my first year, I was under my dad's LLC, and he just took it to a tax person, and they wrote everything off. And that was only for like prop firm payouts. So I was able to write off all my taxes from a tax person. If you go and hire a professional, it's worth the $1,000 that you have to pay them, or whatever they charge, because they can pretty much write off most of your expenses. like especially if you're trading prop firms. I don't know how my taxes are going to be this year because I had a lot of crypto payouts. I'll show up for the food, you heard. I know it's like $100 per person, so hella expensive just for the extra people on top of the venue, and then the venue is like 30 grand. Is that the move? Get a DJI Osmo Pocket, get 2 so that they can record it. DJI Osmo Pocket? Oh, that's one of those like super smooth cameras. Bro, these are so nice. But no, my fiance wants it in like this other camera. It just has a nice aesthetic to it. I'd get one of these like for myself just to film some vlogs, bro. I need to get one of these. So sick. And it's so smooth. Like I've used one of my buddies and it's like it records so nicely. DXY is pulling down, guys. Euro USD is probably flying. It's flying right now. I just know it's flying. Yup. And this is Asia session. It's not even the main session. Golly. Take a look at the right side of the screen and you'll see here that we are respecting this 5-minute gap. We're probably gonna melt right here. And I honestly am very interested in selling. Now that I take a look at this, I'm very interested in selling. All right, guys, it's time. We are placing our first trade. MGC, I'm gonna go in with like about 7 micros. Low risk trade, putting the stop loss just right above this gap. It's a 5-minute time frame gap. Going in a sell. Boom. I'm in. Stop loss is going to go right above this previous high. Buy, stop. Boom. Just a quick little sell because I do think it's going to get down to this level. And then buy limit for the TP. There you go. That's the trade right now that we are in. Very tight SL because it's pretty much just respecting this 5-minute gap. And I think we're going to melt out of it. So I literally put my stop loss just right above this previous high right here. Might be a little too tight, but let's see. Targeting this 30-minute IFEG. Now that's a trade that I can take. That's a trade that I can risk on. Let's go. And if it takes me out here, I'm just not gonna re-enter because, like I said, main narrative is buys. This is just a sell because I see that it's respecting this lower time frame gap, and we do still have a beautiful target right here below. We have these equal lows and we have a 30-minute IFEG right below that. So let's go. First trade of the stream is commencing right now. Let me show you guys something cool real quick. Add tab to new split view. Boom. Okay, if it takes out this high, then we're out of this position. Two minutes until the candle closes. This will pretty much show us whether we are going to go up or down either way. So if it does respect this, we're more likely to just keep melting down and hit this TP finally. Because now we're inside of a 4-hour candle. Let's just hop in the trade. What's your TP? Sorry. Wait, did you just sell? I did indeed just sell. Told you, very tight trade. My stop loss is literally right above this high because I'm not risking it on sells. If it does go down, this would be the place that it runs down from. This trade is risking about $100. One minute 30 until the candle closes. Okay, we just took out the high. On futures, we still have yet to take out the high, so it can potentially still survive here. Okay, that's out. No, I'm still in the trade. Guess my stop loss was a little bit higher. Come on, 1 minute until this 5-minute candle closes. It's a crazy stop loss placement if this survives. Okay, I just got taken out. Make sure you delete the other positions as well. But I just got taken out. $100 lost on this trade. I was expecting it to go down because we were respecting this 5-minute gap, and we still have this beautiful target down here. It did not go down. Very unfortunate. Okay. Okay. Now we just wait because I don't want to sell anymore. This is why you don't sell when the narrative is bullish. We just closed above the 5-minute gap now. Man, it's ripping. Probably because DXY is finally like actually melting down into this gap. You still waiting for the pull down? You are patient, man. I think the 15-minute gap is pretty strong, not gonna lie. I think it's just gonna soar up from here. Oh, did it hit a 15-minute gap? It did. To be honest, I didn't even see that. I didn't think to check the 15-minute time frame, but that was definitely my mistake there. We did respect that pretty nicely. I'm still gonna wait for the 30-minute though. Okay. Since it does look like it's pulling up higher, I'm just gonna end the stream here, and I'm still gonna personally wait for it to hit the 30-minute gap if I want to buy, because otherwise it's a little too late to buy. We should have been buying from this 15-minute time frame. If it taps into the 30-minute, I'm sending out a trade on the Telegram. So see you guys over there. Alright guys, thank you guys for tuning in. Still W stream in my books. I took a trade sell off of that 5-minute gap, and we lost about $100, but very tight trade. Very quick trade. See you guys in the next stream. Peace out.
Order filled. 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 filled. Order 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 filled.
I'm still fucking with the Johnny Depp. Turn the beam on and gun you down cause I'm out of breath. You caught a beat on my
Order filled. Order filled.
There is one true
Order
divine
filled.
God
Order
that
filled.
has created everything.
Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order filled. Order.
I don't.